is the audience participation part of the program. So I spent yesterday afternoon, I got a lot of those welds cleaned up. All the tabs are off of the back that are no longer required. I've got some video of that I can share with you. I don't know if I'll share it in this one or another one, but I will share it with you. Anyway, everything worked out pretty well. Had a little problem with aligning the fender and had to just grind a little bit of a weld away. That brought it back into line. Everything's good there. So what I'd like to know, this is one look. So this is the Lowbrow Alien tank with the Stingray fender and the sissy bar. As I said earlier, this is the front end that I'm going to go with. I had really considered a Springer, and I was pretty sure I was going that way. You know, I'm going to chalk it up to COVID and shipping and the fact that we can't get down to the United States to pick up a front end, and shipping one is just hugely expensive. I was talking to a manufacturer, and I thought we had it all figured out, but it didn't seem to come together. And one thing I've learned over the years is don't try and pound that square peg into that round hole. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. It just wasn't working out. I'm really hoping that I'll use a good quality Springer on another build at some point. But for this one, we're going to go with progressive springs. We're going to shorten this up a little bit. I'm going to lower it 1 inch to 2. Thank you, Robert, for your input. I really appreciate it. So we're going to shorten it up a little bit, go with a new spring. We'll do new seals and everything, even though it doesn't really need it. And we're either going to get these lowers polished, or we'll get chrome or polished ones. So that's what we're going to do here. The audience participation part of this is, so this is one look, and I'm going to use both looks, but I want to know what you guys think, and you gals. Karen has already given me her opinion without even seeing the second look. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to change it up for you right now, and I'll be back shortly with the other look, and you can tell me what you think. And then we can start talking about paint for the two looks. All right? Back in a minute. That didn't take long, did it? So this look is the look that is very true to the original bike. It's the Sportster tank. This one's from Lowbrow. It's a little bit larger than the original, which was the original mounting style. This one's a Frisco style. It's got 2 outlets on it. I'm going to do some stuff with the fuel outlets on it. We'll talk about that in a bit. But the Sportster tank, a little bit bigger, still with that same original short fender, no sissy bar. So these are the two looks, and as I said, it's audience participation. I want to know, what do you think? Do you like the first look? Do you like the second look? Unfortunately, I can't do much to mix the looks, but A or B is what we'll go with. The other thing is, now that I've got it to this point, I'd like your input on paint. The frame is going to be painted. It will have to be a color that will go with 2 different paint jobs. It has to complement both paint jobs. I really don't want to use the same color in both paint jobs. I'd like to make them quite different, and I really don't want to use the same style. So, I'm looking for ideas. I want to know what you think. First off, which look? I'm going to run both anyway, but A or B, and then tell me what you think for paint, for colors, for styles, for effects. I do use House of Kolor, I'll tell you in case you're wondering. You know, House of Kolor, I used it a long time ago when I was a young man. It's what I started back with here a couple years ago when I started painting again. I don't do a lot of painting. The product works for me. I like it. It makes sense to me. The other thing too is, because I don't paint a lot, I don't have a lot of time to experiment. I don't have access to a booth other than to rent one. So renting one, I really don't have a lot of extra time to play with different different brands and stuff like that. So I find House of Kolor gives me more than enough range to do what I want to do. So if you could keep that in mind with your suggestions, maybe take a look at House of Kolor and let me know what you think would work. So that's where we're at. I got some other videos to do to show you guys some other stuff. We're going to keep plugging on this. It's going well so far. I like where we've gotten to. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.